Well, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's edition will be how to read a stock chart candle, how to read candlesticks, and this is for beginners. If you ever wondered what are those little images on the screen right in front of you, yes, what are these? Does this confuse you? Do you have a problem reading these? Do you want to just break down this chart and understand what candlesticks are? If you do, then I got you covered, because reading candlesticks does not have to be hard. And once you understand what they mean, each one of these individually, you'll be able to read them like a pro. So guys, stick around. Stay tuned. All right, so as promised, we are going to teach you guys how to read a stock candle, okay? All right, right in front of you, you see two candlesticks, all right? You see two candlesticks, all right? And understand with each candlestick, all right, no matter what time frame you're on, all right? And just for the beginners listening, a time frame, all right? Time frames represent price action, right? Price action on different time frames that represents these candlesticks, okay? And so just for a real quick example, all right, back on my trading view chart, okay, right here we have 5 minutes, okay? You see the 5 minutes? Follow my cursor, and if I click this arrow, we have time intervals, all right? We as traders, we've been calling them candles. We've been calling them, we've been calling these time frames for a long while, all right? And so each one of these time frames represents time on a chart. And so for example, if I click on the 1 hour chart, all right, you see these candlesticks, all right? Each one of these candlesticks represents 1 hour, okay? Each one of these candlesticks represents 1 hour. So this one here is an hour worth of time, okay? This one is worth an hour worth of time, all right? And each candle has a open, a close, a high, and a low. So there's 4 parts, all right, to a candle, 4 parts to a candle, right? But it's only 2 things that represent a candlestick. And I explain to you what that means, all right? Because the 2 things are only the body and the wick. The 4 things are what you use to read the candlestick: the open, high, low, and the close. So again, to recap, time frames, and you have different time frames: the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. You have the 10, 15, 30, the 1 hour, 4 hour, the daily, weekly, so on and so forth, all right, all the way up into a year. And if I click on any one of these time frames, these candlesticks are going to represent that time. And so if I click on the 4 hour, this candle here, it went from whatever time it was. For example, it opened at 2 o'clock, so it goes from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from 2 to 6, this is a candle, all right? So 4 hours of price action: an open, a high, a close, and a low, all right? So let's get back to my dashboard here, all right? So how to read a stock candle, all right? Right now, these are candlesticks, of course, and typically most traders, we do use green and red candles. If you've already changed them, that's just fine. I know that some traders have already probably changed them to different colors to deal with psychology, all right? Because red and green candles can mess with you. If you see a red candle inside of one of your positions while you're trading, it might cause emotions, staring up inside of you, anxiety, all right, fear. And so having market structure down pat and understanding price action rules, you'll be a more efficient, consistent trader. This video is how to read a stock candle, okay? And so right in front of us, let's go ahead and get started. We have a green and red candle. If you notice these boxes here, we have a close, we have an open, we have a body, and we have a wick, all right? And typically when you have a green candle, okay, green represents we have price going upward, okay? Price going upward. So let's say price open here at the bottom of this rectangle, okay? Of course, this is your body, all right? This is the bottom of the body of the candle, and these little wicks, right? These skinny wicks at the top and bottom, these are your wicks, okay? So you have a body and you have your wicks, and you have your open and your close. Now, since this candle is a green candle, and green, typically means going upward, all right? Price started from the bottom and opened because it's coming from a lower price. Get it? It's coming from a lower price. A candle you can't see, but if price is going upward, then obviously it had to come from somewhere. So price opens up here, right here. Price opens up, all right? And let's say throughout the day, all right, just for an example, we'll say that we're on a daily chart, right? These are daily candlesticks. So this is a day's worth of price action up and down, right? So we open up here at the bottom, all right? And we went all the way up. Okay, we went all the way up to the high, that wick, but we didn't close and finish there. Price rejected, came back down, and we closed here. Okay, but we also made a low, right? So this is your low right here. So this is going to be the addition that I'm going to add. All right. You have to deal with a open, a high, close, and the low. Okay. Right now, the low would be here. All right, the low of this wick would be here. Okay, that's the low. It connects here. All right, so that's the low, and of course your high. All right, your high would be here. The high of this wick. All right, this is as high as price has gotten. That's what that means. All right. Top of there is the highest price gotten, and below here is as low as price have gotten. All right, but we have traded within the body. All right, we open here and we close there. And that's how you read a candlestick to the upside. Now, for the opposite, for a red candle, typically that means that price is going down, all right, and it's leaving from a candlestick above here to fall. So, of course, price would open up here, all right? So we have our open price. Price falls all the way down. It makes a low, but it doesn't sustain here on your wick. The wick represents price where it went but didn't stay, all right? We got back above, all right, and we close here, all right? All right, and that's how you would read a candlestick. This is exactly how you would read a candlestick. All right, now I want to show you something. Okay, sometimes you might have a smaller body, all right, with longer wicks. You have longer wicks, okay? All right, that means that we have buyers and sellers are green more than likely, and this is what you call a doji candle. All right, this is a doji candle, okay? And let's say it was a red candle, guys, all right? If it was a red candle, then tell me where will price open up at. Take your time. If you guessed right here, then you're right. Price opened up at the top of our body, okay? Same as here, okay? Now that would mean that this is the closing price and that these were your lowest points of price, all right? The high and the low of price. Price went there throughout the day, but it didn't close, all right? Price agreed to close right here, okay? So this will be how you want to read this candlestick as well. I wanted to give you another variation because we have big candles, right? And sometimes you don't get that, okay? All right. Now another variation to this, and I want to end the video there. All right. Another variation to this would be understanding how to trade a range. All right, so let's say this is our channel. All right, we're gonna do a little channel, okay? And let's say price is doing this, all right, going from one extreme to the next. All right, rejects there, starts to fall again. All right, it could be the same as this, where you see a series of highs and lows, right? Constantly going back and forth. Okay, it's a little bit ugly drawing as far as price action, guys, but you get my point. All right, this price action you see is inside of a range. What is a range? A range is a high and a low. Well, I've already told you here that you have a high and a low of a candle, okay? And so this is an open range breakout. And a lot of traders, they mark with a horizontal line these very points, the high and the low. And if price breaks above, like this will be a high and this would be a low. If price breaks these levels, that's a high probability setup, an open range breakout. All right, these are trade setups that come with momentum. All right, you also can get faked out, but in between here you can do scalps. And these squiggly lines also represents candlesticks, but for the sake of the example, I just made lines. But these would be candlesticks moving up and down. And you can use the same premise of what I taught you. Always remember this, and I talk about this a lot in some of my Monday Madness and my live commentary for SPA on the YouTube channel. If you want to check out that link, you can check out the description below. All right. Also join a thriving community. We have some smart men and women and some eager students ready to learn more than what they know, and people who are a little bit more advanced, and we have fun and we learn. And also, if you want to check out a trading book, check out that link below. It is a special book that I wrote for the trading community, no matter whether you're a beginner, immediate trader, or advanced. All right, check out that link as well below. All right, and if you're interested in any sort of coaching or a free discovery call, also that link is down below in the description. Check it out if you feel free and if you found this valuable video insightful. All right, so without further ado, I want to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoy the how to read a stock candle video. All right, I am Coach UV, and I'm represented by the Unique Trading Group, And if you found this video at all helpful, please do me a favor and hit that like notification and that bell notification, so that way you guys are notified whenever I drop valuable videos like these. I want to start doing more beginner videos, and if you are a beginner, then this video is perfectly for you. All right, any questions or comments you have, please leave them below. I talk back and love to engage. Until the next time, guys, peace.